Hey guys, Coldbrew here, back with another Raid Shadow Legends video. 270 days you get a champion. It's free to play. Everybody gets it. Visix, the Unbowed, is a void legendary champion that is notorious for progression. Okay, she's used for progression. You have Visix. You say, okay, fantastic champion. She's got speed down. She's got ally protection. She's got a provoke. She's got a shield. She's got an increase in defense for faction wars. Fantastic progression. Defensive based champion. She's going to be used there as a tank. Okay, receive all the hits. That's going to be fine. But no, this video we're doing a damage fight against another defensive based champion that I have, Soulless. Okay, I'm going to be building them both with the same masteries. So both Visix and Soulless will have the same masteries. Helm Smasher, trying to get the most damage out of them. Soulless is already built. Visix, I will be giving her the exact same gear as Soulless, so there's no differences there because both are defensive based, very similar to the video that I did with Trunda versus Ray. It's gonna be Visix versus Soulless this time, and Visix is gonna be the surprise because, guys, she has a very good multiplier compared to her usefulness. She's got double AoE attack. It's not that common for her to for these kind of champions to have double AoE attacks, and especially for a champion that is mostly going to be used as a tank. Okay, let me show you what I have on her. Currently she's on a stun set with 267 crit damage, 5.6k defense, but the stun set does not give, of course, the same damage as the savage set. Okay, so I'll just show you what the stun set does before we get to the showcase. I'll show you Soulless, what he does. We compare it a little bit, and then we'll see what Visix will do. So look at that, 51,000. Boom, 5 seconds. I'm not speeding this up, by the way. Look at that big burst. Almost took out that allure with a single hit. And this is a stun set, not even a savage set. So savage, you kind of need it if you're building a nightmare nuker. And if I had her a little bit faster at 203, that Shazar there wouldn't have taken a turn, so that would have been like an under 20 seconds run for sure. Okay, for sure, because you need to build your nightmare farmers with a much better speed, so they take double turn. There's no nightmare farmer out there that kills them in a single blow unless you have a +4. Maybe I think maybe Scratch had a +4 ethos that could do it, but I might be remembering it wrong. Anyway, let's get started with the showcase. That was a small part of the showcase, not even with the savage gear. Okay, let's should I do a refresh? Do we have any targets here? So I don't want to showcase Visix right now, so I'll do the Soulless first since he's equipped with the savage set already. He's built with, let me show you, Soulless is built with well, not savage, it's the lethal set, which is like savage but with extra crit, so it makes it work. And he's got this AoE attack which has a 4.9 multiplier, but it is if the enemy has any kind of debuff on them, he will be able to do more damage. Damage increased by 10% for each debuff, so potentially with 10 debuffs you can actually do a big burst, but that's not what's gonna happen. Okay, you also get a big shield. You also apply a provoke, very similar to what Visix does, but you don't use Soulless as a tank really. You use him for damage for arena. And he's got another AoE attack, but it's more like a triple hitting random attack. If there's one target against you, this works great to just take them out. But Visix, comparing it to Visix, Visix has an AoE on her A3 and AoE on her A2. So let's look at overall stats. 255 crit damage, 6,000 defense with those pieces of gear. So let's get started. Let's show Soulless. He gets buffed on his defense by Sifi. It's a pretty easy kind of setup. Defense up. Let's see what kind of burst we're looking at with Soulless here. Without a defense down, we're looking at 89,000. You saw those 2 crits there. Very solid. Visix has a lower multiplier but is a free champion, no voids required. Okay, let me move around the gear a little bit and let's have a look at Visix. Okay, let's have a look at Visix now. I managed to get her defense a little higher, 6.3k. That's gonna compensate a little bit for the lower multiplier, but it's still not amazingly high. The critical damage is now almost the same. 161 accuracy, I don't really like it. And we have offsets on the other two pieces. Overall, it's almost the exact same gear. It's the same lethal gear, but the other two pieces are a little bit different since I found better pieces actually lying around. So again, let's have a look at Nightmare. Can we beat our time? We did 23 seconds. I said I could have probably done it way quicker with a faster Visix, but we're still doing the double shot there. Did an A1 there. Boom. Nice burst of damage. And we used the AoE there. Gets a boost in turn meter. Everybody's taking a turn. That's delaying it a lot. She gets that double turn there, and boom, 25 seconds. I'm sure if I had more speed, she would have done it faster. But amazing farmer already. I'm so amazed that she has such good multipliers plus an amazing kit overall. So let's go to Classic Arena, and I don't want to hit a team with no Seeker. I don't want to hit a Duchess team because that reduces our damage. This one, yeah, since we're Void, we don't care about what we're hitting. Remember, Voids don't do weak hits unless it's specified either in their skills or in the enemy that they'll always receive a weak hit. I don't think there's an enemy that does this in the game, but overall, they don't do weak hits. So, let's see. Let's get the burst now. No defense down. Let's try the A3. So the multipliers, if I'm looking at it right, the multipliers for Visix is a 3.5 on the A2 and a 4.1 on the A3. So let's see the big multipliers here. Boom, 78, 97,000 already. Outpacing a little bit that Soulless, but of course I have about 400 more defense on this build than him, but he has almost one multiplier higher than Visix. Insane. This is insane. I'm actually amazed that she can do this. Boom. Look at that. Look at that burst. We even had reaction proc there and swift parry. So we'll do a reset. Boom. Let's boost everybody again. And she should take a turn. Let's do the A2 this time. Boom. Look at that. Amazing. Amazing. I want to sleep her, Ugo, because she'll probably revive. Because isn't that a passive? No, the skills are on cooldown, so she shouldn't revive. Is that Trunda going to take a turn or what? Man. Okay. Boom. Kill the Ugo. 107,000 there. Wow. And we get a stun from the Trunda. Wow, Visix is honestly amazing. Wow, what are all these defenses? Okay, let's see against... Is this going to be tanky or not? 2 Withers at level 51. Very strange team. It's going to probably have like high resist. It's going to be like an annoying team more than anything. Oh, that one Wither has a stone skin. I think it's a good way to test here. Oh, only this one has high resist, but that's not resistible. So go to sleep. Let's see, can we take them out? We take something out. 77,000 there on that CP. Insane. Okay, and let's just put this on auto and see them in action. Yeah, Visix, you guys all get her on 270 days, so she'll be great on progression, and she can actually even be used as a nuker. But it's not very easy to use a nuker in arena that's defensive based, because you need a defense booster. Okay, a defense booster is like having Arbiter, which is an attack booster. Having stuff like Seeker gives you increased attack, but the way that he gives increased defense is when he gets attacked, so you want to have to consider that. Or you can use his very similar brother Doomscreech. He does do an increased defense boost and a turn meter boost. All right, so it's like a Seeker, but he doesn't increase defense. He doesn't have a passive like Seeker, so have that in mind. If you don't have, of course, something like a CP, you use Doomscreech for that. He doesn't even need to be max level. He just needs to give you the boost and the defense buff. That's it. You use a defensive based nuker for that. There's many other champions that provide an increased defense buff. Not so many as the increased attack buff. Let's say Gorgrab. There's I can't think of everybody like now, but there's a ton of champions more that provide an increased attack compared to like Doom Priest, compared to increased defense. But you saw how much damage we did there with Visix. Let me just close this off with, since I've got the gear on, let's do a Dragon's Lair. I've never done this before with Visix. Let's do Dragon's Lair with a defense down, weaken, and all that jazz, and see what kind of damage we're looking from Visix. Okay, so where's my Visix? There she is. And I would have loved to have an increased defense aura there to add on top of all of that. Can I get Visix a little bit faster? I think with speed boots I can get her faster. I want to try the Nightmare campaign again. See if I can get it to under 20 seconds. I should be able to. Alright, let's see Visix there with the A3 and all those debuffs. Defense down, weaken, and all that. Boom, 213,000. Wow. Coming from Visix, yeah, so happy with that. Of course, with all of these debuffs and buffs, you would expect that kind of damage, but it's fun to actually see it. Okay, and let me quickly, before we close it, let me quickly give her a little bit more speed to just do the under 20 seconds because I wanted to see that. All right, she's at 214 speed now, so she will be taking double turns before the enemies. That's the point of Nightmare campaign farmer. So let's have a look here. Boom, boom. She gets attacked though. Maybe we didn't proc like a Helm Smasher. Let's see, 8 seconds on wave 1. Boom, boom. And this guy took a turn also. 15 seconds, 16. Come on, under 20 seconds. Under 20 seconds. There it is, 19 seconds. I was sure she could do it. I was 100% sure she can do it. And with proper gear, look at that, 4 seconds now. With proper gear, I think we'll see, we'll be surprised on how quicker she can farm it. Maybe 15 seconds or something like that. But yeah, the rotation seems a little bit off when she doesn't get it. 21 seconds here, 22 seconds. Let's do another one. I want to see something under the time we saw at the start. 19 seconds. Thing is, if she does like a double hit on the wave 1, she won't be able to do a double hit on the wave 2. Although if I had the mastery on her that gives her a reduction in cooldowns, that would probably get her to be able to rotate very quickly through her skills, because she would be hitting enemies for more than 30% of their health and potentially getting reduced cooldowns. Anyway guys, this was the showcase of Visix versus Soulless. You saw that the same kind of gear, and Visix really stands on her on being a defensive based nuker, and a good one actually if you've got the gear. If you don't, then you kind of have to use stuff like the Soulless compared to her, because it makes more sense. He has the conditional things that give him more boost. He's got his self shield. He doesn't do an ally protect, so he won't die from your allies getting hit. So it's obviously the better choice. It's very similar to the Raid versus Trunda showcase that I did. I mean, Trunda is better in some situations, but when Visix is free to play, she's pretty good. So this was the video guys. Thanks a lot for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you in the next one. See ya.